All right, let's talk about my favorite cryptid, or at least the one that I think might actually be true. Um, there are countless sightings, and many of those are in Ohio, or have been in the past couple of years. Of course, they were a lot in the similar places as they have always been to the Pacific Northwest, California, Florida, British Columbia, and yes, Ohio and the Appalachians. Appalachia, whatever. But if you thought Bigfoot, you are 1,000% correct because Bigfoot is large. Anyway, this year, March of 2026, there have been numerous widespread Bigfoot sightings here in good old OHIO, concentrated to mostly the northern part of the state. There haven't been this many single sightings in such a small area since the 70s. This is also known as a flap, a sudden concentrated surge of multiple sightings in a specific area within a short time span. Not to mention that the witnesses are fairly credible, having never spoken to each other previously. These witnesses were just going about their day and they saw they could only describe as Bigfoot or Sasquatch. Now, let's talk real fast about how they look. These descriptions were all very similar to the way that Bigfoot has been described as long as I can remember. So it's like a humanoid ape-like creature that has dark brown or black shaggy fur covering his entire body, long gangly arms that reach to his knees or lower, usually around 6 to 9 feet tall, and is pretty thinky. Several of these witnesses this March described a musty odor like a wet dog smell. I think all of us are kind of picturing the same thing. I mean, if you don't know what a Sasquatch looks like, look it up. But there's a side quest. I made my sister a Sasquatch embroidery. I'm going to put it in the video here somewhere. Um, a few years ago, and it was really cute. I liked it a lot. And I'm working on drawing up that as a pattern. So when that happens, I will definitely let you all know. But as I said previously, Ohio has been having a flap in Bigfoot sightings. According to the Bigfoot Society podcast, these sightings look like a family migration. I'm going to call Bigfoot Society BFS. Made a discovery through the mapping Made a discovery through mapping the sightings. It looked like a family group, maybe using the Headwater Trail and the Mahanoning, I said that wrong, River Corridor as a highway for their movement. This is called the Greenway Highway, and people have been using those trails for years without seeing a Bigfoot in the area. So something is happening up north to cause them to move. No, not that far up north. Well, I'm sure people have seen Bigfoot or Sasquatch in Michigan, especially the UP. Anyway, um, I was trying to make an OSU Michigan joke, but it didn't quite work out. So insert that joke here. According to the BFSP, it is believed that these Bigfoot are actually moving as a family group. There have been varying descriptions of the sizes and colors, but they're all very easily a Bigfoot. The witnesses saw a variation of color between black and brown and as a variation of size 6 to 10 feet. According to witnesses in Ohio, the 10-foot black Sasquatch seems to be the lead scout and or the protector of the group. He has been seen more times than the rest of them have. This is the map and trajectory of a recent Bigfoot sightings from Portage and Trumbull area. I'm going to put it up on the screen. This was a map put together by Jeremiah Byron, and it shows so well that the group is moving south. So once you look at that, according to these sightings, it isn't too far outside the realm of possibility that there will be a sighting in these possible areas. West Branch State Park, as there are over 5,000 acres of swamps and thick forest. The Lordstown Corridor, as there are even denser woods heading towards the Mahoning River, and Milton Township. Residents were on high alert to hear Bigfoot make their interesting and unique sound. I'll insert some of those sounds here. sound a lot like human in some cases. And yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense that these are their calls. But let's talk a little bit about what Bigfoot actually is and do a little bit of research about the creature. There have been so many sightings, recordings, and yes, credible witnesses that I'm surprised the average human doesn't believe. Then again, a lot of people won't believe things until they see and experience those things themselves, so it isn't that hard to imagine. But Bigfoot has been reported across North America for a very long time. The first recorded Sasquatch Bigfoot sighting was actually in 989 AD. Leif Erikson and his men encountered man like beasts that were, and this is in quotes, horribly ugly, hairy, swampy, and with great black eyes. And then in 1811, the first Bigfoot footprints were discovered. Maybe not discovered, but they are the ones that have been recorded. However, before all of that, there were indigenous people of the world, and even they recorded facts and etchings about what we know now as Bigfoot. Most of these cultures had different names for the creatures, and please, please forgive me. I'm going to butcher these. I'm going to try though. But the descriptions are roughly of the same being. The term Sasquatch was first used in the 20s, specifically in print in 1929 by J.W. Burns as an anglicized adaptation, and here we go, of the Halkomelem Salishan word Saskets, which means wild men or hairy men. These large ape-like men have has so many names: Skookum by the Choctaw and Champay by the Chinook, Sasquatch by the Salish. I said that wrong, sorry. And Becky Nitsa by the Navajo. I'm so sorry I said those wrong. I could very well go on and on about the names and where they came from, but the stories of the magnificent creature have been passed down by word of mouth, by etchings in stone, and more recently, the idea of the creature has been exploded with the birth of social media and the internet. People are realizing that these creatures are not as hidden and unbelievable as they may have seen, or may have thought. Along with that is the fact that the recording equipment, video cameras, infrared technology, and the production of affordable drones has really made an impact on how people see Bigfoot. Gone are the blurry pictures of unbelievable beings to make way for real and honest recollections of these beastly critters. So, where's the research headed? Well, Team Bigfoot, it has teamed up with wildlife biologists and conservationists to explore the forests where the Bigfoot have been reported. Not only that, but there have been strides made in the genetic level too. DNA samples are being analyzed and genetic testing is being done. By combining all of these expertise, we're hoping to find a real, undeniable proof. Can you imagine how cool that would be? I would love it. Yeah. But not only are there Bigfoot in North America, but there have been records of similar beings in the Arctic, known as Yeti. And in Australia, they've been the Yowie that has been seen in the outback. It is not outside the realm of possibility that there are big ape like creatures that have lived in hiding for a very long time. These strides in technology may give us undeniable proof that could sway even the hardest skeptic. The thing that fascinates me about these creatures is how they have remained hidden all this time. I mean, I know the areas where they have been seen are like thickly wooded, and I suppose it is possible that they just aren't interested in us. But at this point, it seems like they're actively hiding from us. I mean, we see something as a human and exploit it, and that is probably what these Sasquatch and big feet, big feet, Bigfoots see. So, but I'm still so interested. I would love to sit down and have a chat with Yeti. I wonder if they shed. That's a random thought. But no, my sister has a dog named Yeti who sheds a lot. And I will input her picture here because she is the three-legged crazy dog. She's so sweet. I love her. But that's it about Bigfoot, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. And yeah, thank you.